There are more supporters of Gabriela Sabatini here by quite a long way than Steffi Graf. Graf's won here 3 times in Amelia Island. She's the holder.
Yeah, I spotted these couple of kids just climbed one of the trees that shade a part of the stadium here. I think they've just been told to get the heck down, though.
15 love.
Ball.
Love at 3-5 second set. Sabatini's waiting for a call. She's not going to get one.
And
Let's see what Tom Cook does.
She did the right thing because she stopped play. Now that linesman's supposed to get up and check the mark. If Gabriela had continued to play the point, then she gave up her right to then have the linesman come question the call.
And he says indeed it was long. There's the mark.
Yeah, that's that marker. It was definitely out. And Sabatini was sitting on that call. You can see how dry and dusty it is in that area. It must have been hard for the linesman to see, but he did. Look at this. She looks at it, looks for the call. She did not play the next point. Of course, Graf hit a winner. And Graf is complaining to Tom, who's cooking up there.
What did she say, Pam?
Well, she said that they're making so many mistakes, and every single one is going against me. She should know what he's doing.
She hasn't been too lucky in these overalls. She got one a few games ago, but things have gone Sabatini's way.
Game point for Sabatini. Backhand down the line, clean winner, and Sabatini is still alive in the second set. It's 5 games to 4. Graf leading. She'll serve for the set for the second.
And so, Mr.
She's only lost 2 matches. Last year she had lost 4 going into this. She'd won a title. This year she has already won 3 titles. The Pan Pacific, the Junior Slims of Florida, and then just last week the Family Circle Cup. Sabatini on a roll, of course. It has been a good season for her since winning the U.S. Open. This is back to the veranda where one of the young friends is enjoying today's Sunday comics. Graf serving for the second set.
Not much comical for Graf the last couple of games. Net cords, overrules, changes of calls. She needs this game.
She was ahead the entire first set of this match, and now, of course, 5-2 serve for the set here at 5-2. Now she's serving for it at 5-4. Time's running out for Graf. Love 15. Love 30.
It's just remarkable. I mean, a couple of years ago, this was the physically toughest, mentally toughest, emotionally toughest player on the tour. And the knock, of course, is Stossel and Peter Graf. Bit at sea watching the kid.
she's not going to get to this one. 15-30.
And let's see how much time Sabatini takes here, because she is absolutely winded beyond words.
She thought to hit a Sabatini, you can tell, and then she decided to go for the big forehand, and Graf very wisely was up at net to stop it. This was a bold move from Steffi. We know she's not comfortable up here, and she had to make a pretty tough little volley. It's just what had to happen for her. I was saying before, she used to be the toughest in every department.
There it is.
And finally, she gets spanked with a violation. She went over 25 seconds. It's surely not the first time this match that Sabatini has taken more time, but it is only the first time that Tom Cook has called her for it.
I thought it might happen there, actually, because Tom Cook started looking at his stopwatch right away, and Steffi Graf made some eye contact. And another time violation would be
Please, ladies and gentlemen, no
point taken away. But
thank you.
Unlike a disciplinary warning, she cannot be defaulted for time violations.
Disciplinary action taken against a player is something different. She could get a warning for discipline, for example. It doesn't affect the time violation she's got. 30-all, crucial point. Graf serving for the second set. Break point.
Anyway, what I've been trying to say this game is that all of the strengths that Graf used to possess seem to have gone over to Sabatini now for years. I thought of Sabatini. Sure, she's wildly talented, but you know, she wasn't physically strong enough. Mentally, she wasn't. You know, she didn't seem to be a big thinker out there. She just seemed to be a ball banger, and emotionally, she let down in matches. And now, in fact, Graf is facing the toughest one in the business now, apart from Monica Seles. And in fact, Seles is only tougher in the mental department. Physically, Sabatini's stronger, and her game has much more variety. Bad bounce, a lucky bad bounce for Sabatini.
5-all.
Oh boy, what a rotten thing to happen to Graf. As you've been saying, Pam, all kinds of bad luck has been going her way, and at this point, she could use some good luck, and she's just not getting any of it.
Sloza looking a little agitated there. Peter Graf, the same expression as you always see from him, which is not much expression at all. This is dead even now at 5 games all after Graf has served twice for the second set unsuccessfully.
Another terribly deep Sabatini shot. Graf actually took 2 hands to take a swing at that.
15 love.
Because it was so deep. See, Peter Graf is saying to himself, look at that. She tried hitting it with 2 hands. So, again, Graf questioning her game. Not her mind, her game.
I contrast Carlos Kiermaier, one of the most stable, gentle, smartest coaches around. He really put Sabatini on the right track. It's too short. Way too short.
Yeah, when the game gets tight, Steffi Graf's drop shot is about 10 feet longer into the court, deeper than it is when it's early into a set. It's just amazing. And the other thing that's interesting about Sabatini is yesterday, 4-all in the third against Sanchez Vicario, she saw the finish line, and she's got that same look right now.
Kiermaier was a tour player himself for a while. He's from Brazil, of course, but he spends a lot of time on the road now. I talked to him about that. He said, boy, it's interesting to do what I do, but we don't get home much, either Gabriela or I. Spends almost all the time on the road with her. Game point.
Graf's backhand, which was holding up for her. In the first set, she only had 4 backhand errors. In the second set, she's had 11. Sabatini has effectively broken it down.
40-15.
It'll take a monumental effort, Mary, for Graf to come back now.
And again, her chances were never better than they were here this week. She's coming off she had a 9-match win streak going. She beat Monica Seles, the #1 player in the world, 2 weeks ago. Sabatini's fitness was a question mark. She had a lot of tennis in her. Graf has had 2 big leads in both sets.
Great forehand from Sabatini down the line, set that point up for her. So it's Sabatini in control, leading 1 set in 6-5.
At 14, I hate
Steffi Graf and Gabriela Sabatini. It's been an outstanding week of tennis again here at Amelia Island. Capital Sports are the folks who promote this championship. They have got Darshan along to go with Amelia Island. They help get all these people that you see here. And by the way, so many of them we see year after year. They come down and make this an annual journey to this beautiful island to watch this great championship. Steffi Graf trailing 5-6, 7-6, second set.
And Steffi holds up one finger like that's the first decent thing that's happened to me in about the last half hour.
Match is 2 hours old. Graf had just lost 4 games in a row.
Net. Perfect.
Sabatini has beaten Graf the last 4 times they've played against each other. Lost time. At the Lipton. Wide. 15 all.
And including the U.S. Open, this is the 8th time they've played one another, which is how rivalries are born. It's an incredible amount of time for 2 players to play. They probably have only played 1 or 2 more tournaments than that in their schedule, so they have very similar schedules. Whereas Seles and Graf, since the French Open last year, they've only played 1 other time.
Graf and Martina haven't played in 2 years.
Goals of Jerry Smith now, who's head of the Women's Tennis Association. He'd like to see the top players play against each other more often.
$30-15.
The ATP Tour, the new ATP Tour of 1990 succeeded in doing that to a large extent. 30-15. Wide, but just.
40-15.
We'll see a tiebreaker for the match for Sabatini and for the set for Graf, if Graf can win one of the next 2. Crowd still solidly behind Sabatini.
40-30.
Nice play by Gabriela. Came in off the big topspin backhand. You could see how she followed it, even with her body. Followed that volley into the open court.
And Sabatini knew as soon as she saw Graf's open face on the racket that it was going to be a floater. In she closed.
She got it. Tiebreaker.
6-all, tiebreak.
First to 7 with a 2-point lead will win the tiebreaker. And if it's Sabatini, the title here along with it.
The last tiebreaker these two played was in the middle set at Lipton, and Sabatini jumped off to a 4-love lead in that tiebreak. So Graf's going to hope for a better start this time.
Hasn't won a tiebreaker this year yet on the tour.
1-0, Sabatini.
Another tiebreak, of course, was the final set in Japan, which was 7-6 in the third, 8-6 in the tiebreak. So Steffi doesn't have good memories this year of tiebreaks with Sabatini.
Graf served for the set twice. The second set, one at 5-2 and then one at 5-4. 1 point all in the tiebreak. Sabatini's looking for her 4th title of the year.
There's another good break for Graf because her little slice backhand clipped the back edge of the service line, and Sabatini was on her way to net.
Turn was long, 3-2. Sabatini, the last time they played on this court was 2 years ago. Sabatini beat Graf in the final 7-5 in the third. They'll change ends. First set to Sabatini, 7-5. In the second set, Graf had a 5-2 lead, served for twice. Now it's Sabatini who's in the driver's seat at 4 points to 2 in the tiebreaker second set. $70,000 at stake here at the Bausch & Lomb Championships from Amelia Island on Cliff Drysdale. Mary Carrillo, Pam Shrivers at courtside. And Sabatini will serve 2.
Steffi Graf describes losing that match to Sabatini in Tokyo, having had all those chances, not even able to sleep that night, just lying in bed thinking of it all night long. This is going to be a tough night for her as well.
Sabatini serving from now in the shade.
6-2, Sabatini.
She has 4 match points. Tough really for Graf on the returner serve there to watch that ball come out of the shade and into the sun. The look of somebody who knows that she has this thing won. Graf will serve 2.
And in that tiebreak at Lipton, after Sabatini took the 4-love lead, it still ended up at 6-all. So Graf's not totally out of it yet, but it's a long way to go.
Match point. So Gabriela Sabatini cementing Mary Carrillo that domination that she has enjoyed over Steffi Graf since the US Open.
Hard to imagine that such a face as this would be so haunting to someone. See Storm and Norman Selleck and the rest of the Sabatini family so happy to see her do it yet again. This is it's not a mortal wound to Steffi Graf, but it just continues to get tougher and tougher for the former #1, a high-risk player, a confidence player, to have her confidence shattered again.
So she's only lost 2 matches this year, Gabriela Sabatini, and has now won 4 tournaments, including the Bausch & Lomb here at Amelia Island. We'll be back with more of our coverage in a moment. Losing to Gabriela Sabatini 7-5 and then 7-6. She is the holder now of the Bausch & Lomb Championships for this year. Our coverage today of the Bausch & Lomb has been brought to you by Bausch & Lomb Healthcare and Optics Worldwide. And by EDS, the world's most experienced computing and communication services company. Take advantage of change with EDS. For Mary Carrillo and Pam Shriver, I'm Cliff Drysdale. Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Goodbye from Amelia Island.